Hello everyone, it's Erica with Crafteinated. And so today what I want to do is I'm going to show you how I used how I'm going to use one 12 by 12 piece of double-sided paper to do 4 projects. And obviously I'm using other items too, but the base for all 4 items are going to be the 12 by 12 piece of paper. And 2 of these are tutorials from Lyric Lover 810 or Amber, or I think she may have changed her name, but I'll link her below. So I'm going to use this paper pack or kit as the main thing. And when I bought this, I also bought the 6x6 paper pad and the ephemera pack. So this is going to be the main thing that we're going to be using as one 12 by 12 piece from here and some scraps that I had left over. So the items that I'm going to use, I'll put them out and I'll show you the items I'm going to use. Okay, so for this project, I'm going to use the long arm stapler, my corner rounder. This thing, it does like the rivets. It's from We Are Memory Keepers, and it does like the rivets. Tape, and then also my art glitter glue. This stamp pad and a blending sponge. A bone folder. This is the tool I use to remove the adhesive back. A pair of scissors and my paper cutter. I'm also going to be using these 2 Stampin' Up punches. So these are both from Stampin' Up, and this one is a scalloped one and this one is the angled one. It's like the tag toppers. Okay, so with the paper that we're going to use, I'm going to use this 12 by 12 piece of paper as my main piece. And it's double-sided, and it's got this really cute green and this floral down here. I'm not sure if we're going to see that. We'll see what happens. And then I'm going to use the tags. I'm going to use this tag up here. And then I already went through the rest of the stuff. I might use some still, but for the most part, I think I'm going to use these 2 pieces of scrap. And these are from when I made some 3x3 cards. I cut out, I don't know which way this went. Try this. And so then I cut out this piece right here for the base of my 3x3 card. So this is just some scrap that I have left over that I'm going to use for the rest. I also went through the ephemera already. This ephemera pack, and I pulled this out. So this is a really cute paper pad or paper kit. It's got floral stuff. It's got these really cute stars, these hot air balloons, cactus. But the reason why I picked this piece of paper is because I want the orientation to not matter no matter how you look at it. So, and that's why I picked this piece of paper. You can make it work regardless, depending on what you have, but that's what I thought it would be easiest to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and then I'll show you kind of what I'm going to do with each piece of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece of paper at 5 inches. So 5. And then again at 5. And then I'm going to cut this last piece at 2. And then this is trash, because there's nothing left of that. So then I'm going to cut this piece, which is now 2 by 12. I'm going to cut that at 6. And then this piece that right now is 5 by 12, I'm going to cut this at 8 7/8. I'm sorry, that's a lie. I'm going to cut this one at 8.5. And then I cut it at 8 7/8. I guess it doesn't matter, but that's how I'm doing it. So this is what you're left with of your paper. All deconstructed. So if you've watched Amber's most recent video, let's see, does this come? Oh, it's not going to be on there. But this is going to be for, or one of her most recent videos. This is going to be for the notepad. The spring, or the spring journals is going to be what this is going to be for. These are going to be for 2 bookmarks. Ooh, that'll be cute. We'll use this one on the one, and then we'll use this one. So this is going to be 2 bookmarks that she does. And then these 2 pieces, I'm going to use my mini composition book, and I'm going to cut it down. And I'm going to use this as the front and back cover of my mini composition book. And then I'm going to use all of my scrap for the inside and for a pocket and the ephemera on the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up, and I'll make everything and we'll go from there. So I think it's going to be really cute, and it's going to be an awesome way to use one 12 by 12 double-sided piece of paper to make 4 projects. And I forgot to mention, you'll also need 5 sheets of printer paper. You'll need a heavier piece of cardstock. This is for the bookmark. And you'll need a book that you don't care about. And I got this book from the Dollar Tree, and it is called Cats Shining Bright, and it was $1, and it's a book about cats. So I've been using that for my bookmarks. And then you'll cut this down to 2 by 6. You'll cut the heavier cardstock down to 2 by 6, and you'll cut this printer paper. You'll cut it at, it's already 8.5 by 11, and you'll cut it at 5 twice. So that'll give you 10 pieces. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and do that now. So the first thing I decided to make was the spring journal. And the first thing you'll do is cut down your printer paper so that it's 5 and 8.5. And you need 10 sheets of that. So if you use 5 sheets, you can get the 10 from it. Then you'll go through and you'll corner round all of your paper, including your printer paper. You'll take 5, fold it in half, and then you use like the reverse side of the double-sided paper, and you're going to be using the 8.5 one on the inside, and you'll do the 8 and 7/8 on the outside. And then that is the tag I picked to put on the front of my book. I think it's really cute. I love the hot air balloon. So then you just go through, you put 2 staples in, and I just line mine up on either side of the stapler and so that they're evenly spaced. Use your bone folder, go through, and then put the tag on. And so that project is done at this point once I get the tag on there. And I love Amber's tutorial. She's so easy to follow, and it makes it look super cute. So then I did the bookmarks, and I cut the page at 6 and then 2, and then the cardstock at 6 and then 2. So then you put tape down on everything, and you line it up, and you put the pattern paper down on top of the cardstock, and then you put tape down and put the book side down on the other side of the cardstock. And you'll do that twice to make both bookmarks. I'm just trimming off a little bit of excess at the bottom there. And then that one will be done. And so that's the main part of the paper project of that. And then you'll use the tag maker or tag topper to do that. If you don't have that, I think that Amber put in her tutorial that you could use scissors and like a hole punch. I'm just lucky enough to have that tag topper. So then you go through and you kind of like just some ink on around the sides of it to make it look like a little bit aged. And then that's all you do with that. Then you put your rivets in, punch them. And she also put in her video that if you don't have that, you could just put brads in. I like the look of the eyelets to put the ribbon through. I think it looks really cute. So then I just used some baker's twine around the ribbon, and then you'll just go through and you'll cut your ribbon. I cut it at an angle. And then you'll do the same thing with the other one. So that'll be the third project that'll be essentially completed from the 12 by 12 paper. I don't know why I keep saying paper pack. A 12 by 12 piece of paper. And then I get started on my composition book. So I put the tape down onto the composition book first, so that way I could line it up, tape it down, and then flip it over. And I used my X-Acto knife to just kind of cut around since it's like a curved edge. Unfortunately, my corner chomper, like, it is not, I don't know what size it is of a curve, but it is not a half and it is not a quarter because it does not work with the corner chomper. And then I did the same thing for the back. And after this part, like, really you could be done with it. If you didn't want to do anything else with the project, this could be it. Your entire 4 projects could be done and literally just using that 12 by 12 sheet. However, I wanted to do a little bit more with mine. I wanted to make it look kind of like the one that I made in the past. So I did the same thing on the inside of the book where I put the tape down first, then I put the piece of paper down and used the X-Acto knife on the front and back. And then after this is where, after I get these pieces down, this is where the glitter glue comes into play. Because I made a pocket, you don't want to use the dry glue. You want to use a wet glue that'll dry quickly so that you can use it as a pocket. Otherwise, if you use dry glue, it can cause issues with your pocket. So I did the same thing, put it down, and then I just flip it over and use the X-Acto knife to make sure that it like lines up. And then I do the exact same thing for the back with, I put the dry glue down first, use the X-Acto knife, then I put the wet glue down for the pocket and use the X-Acto knife. I'm just trimming it up a little bit with the scissors. So I really like these books. I've only made a couple of them, but I feel like they turn out super cute. They're just like pocket-sized junk journals, and I just love them. They just turn out really, really cute. And then I cut that down just a bit because there's a circle on it from the paper pad, and I just didn't want that to show. And the rest of the pieces that I used inside of the journal at this point were all scrap. But when I also make tags for mine, I like to have tags inside of it. So that's what I'll be doing next, is making the tags. Oh no, I embellish it first. But then I'll make the tags, and I used just some 6x6 pieces of that paper. So I was using the wet glue to put down the ephemera and that little frame. That is a Maggie Holmes sticker pack, and I really liked that butterfly. I thought the color looked really cute on there. I'm not really sure where that chipboard piece came from that I used. I don't have the name on there anymore, but it says I Am Beautiful. And then I used some hearts from that Mama Llama sticker pack. So then I went through and I cut some of the 6x6 pieces down to 4x2. And I made a total of 6. So I used 3 sheets because they're double-sided. I used my scalloped punch, went through, rounded the corners, And then I put some different colored baker's twine on each of them. And that's basically all I did with this. And so that now this third project is essentially done. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that this helps you use up your stash, because it's going to help me use mine. All right, so I am all done. Here is the mini composition book. It says I am beautiful with a butterfly and some hearts on it. It's really, I think it's really cute. It has 3 tags in the front and 3 in the back, and then the 2 pockets. Here is the spring journal. It says let your dreams soar, and it's I think it's adorable too. And then 2 bookmarks. So that was, I mean, like I said, I added other things, but these 4 products were basically made from one 12 by 12 piece of paper and then just some other pieces that I had. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll link all of Amber's tutorials below, and I have a video where I did the first one of these. It's this one right here. I think it's really cute. This one only has, well, this one just had 3 tags in it. But so that's, I went off of what I did before for this one. So I will go ahead and link all of that below, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.